The following is rated F for fairness. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Welcome to the audio show.
Alright, y'all, so we spent some time in the live just now. This will just be short form content for us to talk on this and kind of get through on it now. Just facts, let's go.
Hey, listen, this is your own house, but
What are you, hard of hearing? Did I tell you to leave my house?
you come in here talking crazy to me one more time.
Oh, I'm gonna talk crazy to you. I'm gonna talk to you any kind of way I want
You're
to
not
because
your
it's my
child, so
house.
relax,
Oh
okay?
no, you're not my child. You know what?
Alright, so now notice Denisha is not backing down. So what I've come to realize that Denisha doesn't care about this either. Denisha has realized that, you know what, I'm gonna play this game. Since as you want to play this game, Anthony, I'm going to play this game, right? I'm going to play this actual game. I remember the other day, Tamira asked Denisha, you do know he has a wife, right? And him have Sheila, right? And she says, yeah, I know. That has nothing to do with me. That was a response. But I also wanted to watch and look at Amber at this point in time because, again, Amber is very charged up about the woman that's there. Now, I understand the disrespect portion of it that may be there, but I want to see if there's more to that.
You my husband's hoe. That's what you are. You're exactly
I'm not gonna
right.
be too many
Girl, you better
names.
take your finger up my face because I told you it's
I'm
my
not gonna
house.
move.
Girl, I
I'm
will
not going
drag you
nowhere.
out of here.
So basically Denisha has pushed her back. Denisha has eased her off. Denisha has decided she's not moving. She's not leaving. So it's a girl where basically she's not into the all sort of wild things. Like Sheila get afraid and be talking. She ain't moving. She ain't doing a lot of talking. None of them things.
If you don't get
That's
out of my
all.
house,
I'm not
and then
going
get your hands
nowhere.
off of me.
Amber, why don't you just leave? You
No.
made your choice. You
What?
got old buddy, right?
Oh wow!
You got Buddy, right?
Wow, I made.
Why don't
my
you go back
choice.
to him?
You're exactly right. I
Good.
did make my
Good.
choice. So sign the freaking papers, Anthony.
Leave my house.
Sir, sorry, not going anywhere.
And neither am
Oh, you're not going anywhere,
Listen.
huh? So okay, listen, what?
You trying to make this a thing between us, and it's not. This is your thing, okay?
So Denisha is now saying she's not leaving the house. So Denisha has decided she's going to stick by Anthony. That's what's going on. Denisha decided she's going to stick by Anthony and she's not leaving because she doesn't have to leave right now. Now, if you wanted to call the police and she had to leave, then that's a different case. But at this point in time, she's decided she's not going to leave. Just like when basically, Amber decided she's not leaving, and she's going to stay at Dave's house. That's what you're seeing. It's just a play at the same situation. It's just being played out a little bit differently. That's it.
I'm trying to respect y'all private, y'all house, whatever. But
Respect?
listen,
Denisha, spell it, sweetheart. Can you spell it? Huh? Because I did just find you in my bed. That is called disrespectful. You
Okay,
know
but that
he's
was not
married.
intentional.
You know it's not intentional.
That was not
You
intentional
laid
towards
your
you.
leg behind.
All right, so, but also Dave knows that she's married, so it's the same thing. She said it's over. She said it's over, and go home, it's over. So the idea, Amber's game was, I just want to see Anthony down and dusted in the dirt. And by the way, that's the same game Anthony's playing. So both of them are playing the same game. That's what it is.
In my bed. That's called intentionality.
not between,
You know what?
Not between us.
Not
okay?
between us.
So,
you know what?
So you're
See,
making
this is
it
what
a
I'm talking
thing,
about.
and
No,
we're
it's
not
not a
doing
thing.
that,
This is what women like you do. You want to ignore
like
the
me?
fact
What's-
that he has a
what's a
wife.
woman like me?
I don't
Exactly.
know. Maybe a woman from the gut.
Did you hear that? Women like him want to ignore the fact that he has a wife. Women like you do. So that's an attack on women. And it's kind of hypocritical. That's when I say certain things hypocritical, that's hypocritical. Because then talk about Dave. What did Dave do? Ignore the fact that she has a husband. It's the same thing. It's the same game being played. This is why O'Neal cannot get on any of the sides because it's all messy. All of it is messy. That's what's going on. And I know people are trying to see exactly if them can get Amber in the right, but at this point, she can't say nothing because it's like you punch me and then 2 days later I punch you back and you say, oh, well, why you punch me? Because you punched me first. It's no tit for tat. That's what it is.
I don't know.
Okay,
you think you got to come up?
And I'm trying not to show
You
you,
think
that.
you
I'm
got-
trying
Girl,
my
show
best
me.
not to
Show me
you
then.
that,
Show
okay?
me.
I'm trying
Show
to let
me.
you have it
Show
because
me.
this is your house.
Who
So
you
back
think you're
up.
talking to? Don't tell
Back
me to
up.
back up. Get up out of my house.
But I'm not though. We
Oh
already
my
went
God,
through this.
You stupid. You dumb. Because you think you came up. But you know what they do say? What do they say? One man's trash is another man's treasure. I understand this is your treasure. I understand you think you came up. But let me tell you something, baby. He trash. He trash. That's what I should spit in your face, Anthony. I should slap you. Sitting here letting her talk to me like this. Trash.
So you're now watching. Remember the other day when Anthony was there, right? Did Anthony say he was going to spit in her face? No. Why so upset? If you really have moved on, She tell him that she move on. They gave her a round of applause. People clap her. Sheila and Honeypot clap. Y'all forgot that? Don't forget, friends. I know me do this, is what happened, friends. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying. Amber is really, really charged up. Which tells me that basically Amber not finished. She said she finished and she not finished. And that was the point O'Neal was raising. That's why O'Neal said married people is crosses. Stay out of married people's business. Let them divorce first before you get into it.
You think you came up, girl, you got another thing coming. You
But yet, here we are in the same
girl,
house.
you better shut up. You better get out of my house. See, because you know what? You can have him. But what you're not going to have is my 50% or my house. That's what you're not going to have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go outside and I'm going to make my phone call and I'm going to wait for your yellow behind to leave. And you's a hoe. You ain't nothing but a hoe. Woo!
See, this is what I'm saying. This is exactly.
I know. I'm sorry that happened.
It's gotta be a joke.
So let's start Denisha. She has to take this. When you step into the residence of married people, this is what it is. That's why O'Neal said, leave married people alone. This is why O'Neal have a message and him always preach it. Leave married couples alone because they're not over. When I'm brother work with Dave, I'm say, Dave, leave the woman alone. She married. Same thing I'm saying with the Denisha. Leave Anthony alone because they married. They're not finished yet. They're saying they're finished. And Denisha's first premonition from a long time ago by saying, Anthony, you don't really want nobody at all. You're still interested in your wife. Where the bravado there? Anthony asked her, didn't you have a whole body? But she don't care. No matter if she have a whole body or not. She don't want him to have anybody else at all. It is what it is, friends. I don't make the content like this. It's just what it is. But they're showing you though, and what they're doing is piping into it. That's why you can't really be any other team. You have to really you really have to be on the fence with it, because from moment to moment things changes. But when you look at the whole outset of it, that's why we tell Amber say when she moving on, she should just move on without the whole of the other thing. But she was trying to see if she could prove a point while moving on. And some of the time you didn't need to prove a point. Some of the time you just need to move on without proving a point. I think that's what they're telling us inside of the skit step. Some people say, why not just sign the papers? Because that's what people do when they're in a divorce. Them just not sign the papers. It's just what it is. They just don't. You know what I mean? And Andrea made a point. Andrea is like a licensed therapist and she talked about it too. You know, people just don't sign the papers readily. That's what it is. But hey, give me y'all's take. We're going to the next one. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Talk to y'all soon.